Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching another video. Tonight we're going to be checking out this awesome wireless meat thermometer from Idiak. And as always, guys, if at the ending of the video you want to purchase this awesome meat thermometer and help support the channel, make sure you check out the link in the description below because we do get a commission if you purchase this item. And of course, before getting started, just want to thank the good folks out at Idiak for sending me this meat thermometer to review. Let's get started. Now, the key thing about this is that it's wireless. I can't tell you how many times where I'm cooking something in the oven and I got that wire sticking out. And you got to make sure that your skin doesn't contact that wire because it's been in the oven for like 3 to 4 hours. But this, wireless. Now guys, the main reason you want one of these is, can you imagine trying to cook something like this and not knowing what the internal temperature is? This thing probably costs like $200, and without something like this, you don't actually know if you're going to overcook this or undercook it. Here's a quick look at everything you're going to get in the box. The time capsule hub that houses the meat thermometer on the inside, instruction manual, and a USB to USB-C charging cable. And just for a size reference, here is the time capsule next to a large permanent marker. And here is what the probe looks like. Let's have a look around the hub itself. All right, this is your on and off switch here, and your USB-C charging port is right there. On the bottom, you have a battery compartment that houses 2 AAA batteries, which means that you can charge the probe 2 ways, either with the AA batteries or via USB-C charging cable. The only requirement is that the AA batteries have to be installed. And the bottom of the hub is also magnetized, so you can stick it to your grill, stove, or oven. This meat thermometer has an incredibly quick charge time. With just 5 minutes of charge, it's going to give you 3 hours of usage. And with 2 hours of total charge time, it's going to give you up to 48 hours. This probe is made out of stainless in the front, ceramic in the back, so this should be easier to handle when it's hot. And you got to make sure when you're inserting the probe into the meat, you got to go past this line right here. All right, let me go over how this setup is going to work here. So this is your probe. All right, you're going to slide this into whatever meat you're trying to cook, fish, chicken, beef. And it's going to transmit the information, the data, from inside of your meat to the hub, and then the hub is going to transmit it over to your phone. Now, you want to try to keep these two as close together as possible. The manual says it can be up to 6 feet apart. And the distance between the hub and your mobile device can be up to 500 feet. All right, let me show you how this works here. So when you download the app onto your phone and you pair it via Bluetooth, when you first open up the app, it's going to look like this. No readings at all. So what you got to do is long press the power button. You're going to see it blinking green there. And that is going to activate the probe, and it's going to start reading just like this. Now, let's get a piece of meat so we can do some cooking. All right, guys, we're going to be working with this Tomahawk Ribeye steak, just under 2.5 pounds. Got this nice, thick 2.5-inch cut, and we're going to be using the reverse sear method to prepare this steak. Now, the reason I'm going with the reverse sear method is I want to show you guys that you can use this in an oven, on a pan, on a stove, and even though we're not going to be using a grill, you can use it on a grill. Just remember not to expose this to direct heat. Now, what we got to do is figure out an angle to get this probe into this massive chunk of meat. We want to get to the center this way, and of course, the center this way. So let me try to figure something out here. I'll probably come at it like that. That looks pretty good. All right, we got the hub on. The probe has been inserted into this massive piece of meat. Let's have a look at the internal temperature. Almost at 46 degrees. I'm going to wait till it gets to about 68, maybe 70 degrees to start cooking. Now, if you look right in the middle of the screen, there's an area for you to punch in your target internal temperature. So I'm going to click on that. Now, you can choose from a recipe, and we're going to do that. And we're doing Tomahawk, so let's click on Tomahawk, and I want medium rare. So we're going to stick with that. Click OK, go through these messages here, and you're going to see the alarm is going to be set for 134 degrees. But we're not really interested in this number. We're interested in the internal temperature number. All right, guys, here are the internal temperature numbers that we have to worry about. We're going to start off at 275 degrees in the oven until it reaches an internal temperature of 110. Going to take it out of the oven, put it into a frying pan and hard sear it until the internal temperature hits 125 degrees. Shouldn't take that long. Once we get here, it should go pretty quick. And then I'm going to take it off the heat and let it rest till hopefully it hits a nice 134 degrees. Let's get started. All right, guys, the hub is on. It is connected to the probe, and we got just about room temperature, so we're going to be ready for cooking. And we got the pan full of butter waiting for the steak. Let's put this guy in. Now all we got to do is wait till it hits 110, 115-ish. All right, looks like we just hit 110. Time to take the steak out. Put it in the pan. Ooh, yes. And I got a hot pan waiting. All right, let's start the slow sear here. Ooh, that bone is getting in the way. It's gonna press it down. Had to take out the thermometer for just a little bit so I can get this sear going, but we're going to put that right back in after we're done butter basting this half. I'm going to flip it over. Oh yeah, man. Sear one more base and we should be good. It's sitting at about 122. All right, time to move it over from the pan and let it rest. All right, I got the steak resting underneath this tinfoil hat, and we're just gonna let it do the rest. We're already at 129, almost there. I don't know if we're gonna make 134, guys, but we're pretty close. The inside of the steak should... Oh, there it is. Bingo. Should be absolutely perfect. Alright, let's see how we did here. Let's see if we can just cut right around this bone here. A bit more over here. Oh, guys, look at that. That's looking good. We got one little ligament. Ooh. All right, guys, let's go right down the middle and see what we got. Ooh, perfect. Look at that. Pink all the way through. Yes. Once again, guys, this wireless meat thermometer is by Idiak. If you're looking for an easy method to make sure that you're not overcooking or undercooking your meats, this could be a great option for you. Well, all right, guys, this is the ending of the video. Remember, if you want to purchase this awesome wireless meat thermometer, make sure to check out the links in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.